So if you bring this and it's going around the right side, so you bring it from the bottom around the right side like this, and then around the same thing, but then this goes on the top side. Okay, so let me do that again. So you come around that, loop it once off the right side, come around again over the top, and then take the bottom loop, slide it, and hopefully the ears aren't too sensitive with your animal. And then you adjust this, you adjust it so it's just 2 fingers, and you gotta adjust all that kind of thing. So then it's, you know, roughly 2 fingers above the nose. And this from about here all the way around there, you want paraffin wax coated that, so it sticks itself a little. So you try not to get that end in the dirt. But see, if this mule here is really, it's sensitive, so I can back this mule up if I give it a little. I haven't worked this mule, but see how it's backing up? Just give it a little. And you can come forward and then back it up. I'll look at, but see, if this mule was in my business, I could give it a little bumps. Back up. And you want to wear gloves because you'll chew your hands up. Back up. See, he moved his feet. I'd really work it if I had gloves on too. Helps you grip. Okay. Then come forward, and I face him because right now I'm doing halter training, so I don't want him to care about me or my posture. All I want him to do is care about the rope. Listen to yield to this rope. So if I go this way, back him up. And the first few times you can kind of get him to kind of pop him to get him so he's responsive to that. Get him going the other way. Pivot the front legs. Keep them back so that they're working that. And then come this way and go slow. Don't go fast, try to go and put your hair on fire. And then really, every time he moves his front legs, I bump him because I'm trying to keep his front legs stationary. So if I go like that, with a combination of getting him to yield to my, and I'm just being real soft with my hand. Anytime he moves, you can bump him every time he moves that front leg a little bit. At first, you got to be a little bit kinder because he's trying to figure out what you're trying to do. But the objective is over time. So when you move that back end, he just starts pivoting that front foot. But then this is what I'm saying for 3-3-3. You go like this, and if he moves, give him a bump. But you're trying to teach him. See? Come forward. See how I bite down? When I pull forward, that bites down on him, and he don't want to go back. So you teach him to stay there. If he moves, you bump him like that. Bump him, and see that how it's popping off like that? That's because of the paraffin wax. Isn't exactly. You need a little more paraffin wax on the rope. But you teach him. If he moves. That's when you need to always have gloves on because this really will chew your hands up. But what you want to do is really get after him and kind of make that sensitive, and he won't be bouncing around. But make him stand there, and then you push his head a little bit that way, and pull this, and have him come right back at you. And you do that 3 times. Now on the one side, and then 3 times on the other. And then 3 times on the other. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay? So if I come around here, and like I said, if he moves forward or back, you bump him. And at first, he'll figure it out. That every time he moves, he's getting bumped. And it's comfortable, uncomfortable. Every time he moves, you make it uncomfortable by bumping. If he stands where he's supposed to be, you don't push on it. You just leave that alone because that's a comfortable area. So if he moves like that, he backs up on you, give him a good bump. Make him stay. And don't go right away. Let him stand there and learn that, hey, you stand till I tell you. Give him a little push, and then take the rest away. Have him come back to you. Make him stand there. Hold your hand here if he's moving around on you a bunch. But be kind of sensitive at first, because so you till he understands. You see how see how he was trying to go, he jumped the gun. That's okay. I gave him a bump, penalized him, and then now he's standing there. And then give him a little push, hold the rest of this, and then he comes right back at me. And I like to face up because I want him to yield to this, not my body language. See, if I'm standing here like this, that's telling don't come in my space. But because I'm pulling this, I want him to yield. We're doing halter training, not leading them. You want him to yield to this. It doesn't matter if I'm facing this or if I'm a boogeyman. You want him to come because I'm pulling the lead rope. So we'll do it one more time. Give him a bump. Every time he moves, you can give him a bump. I mean a good bump. So if that's what it takes. And this is good because it gets him used to ropes moving around. And then, like I say, make him stand there until you ask. He goes on your cue. Then you give him a little bump like that, a little push, softly, just a touch, and then he comes back, right to me. Okay? And remember, every time they put their head away and move it away like this, they've left you, meaning that they're not listening to you anymore. So if I go like this, and he turns his head, and I didn't ask him, I bump him back to me. Because if he turns his head, he's left you. Just remember that. Even though he's standing right here, if he turns his head, he left you. So then you got to do it on this side because you got two different brains. Left brain, right brain business. So same thing. He's got to learn. See how he turned his head? He didn't move his feet, but he turned his head, so he left me. And you don't want him to leave you. See? Make him stand there. Don't pet him right yet. Then give him a slight push, just a touch. And that helps him. Then give him a bump, just a nice little bump. And then have him come to you. Come to you, then stop. Just bump him to where you want him, straight up on you if you want. And then if he's want him to come back. So see how if he moves like that again, I'm going to give him a good sharp bump. So he's staying there like I want him to. Then give him a nice, just a gentle push, just a soft. I mean, just barely touching him, basically. Have him come to you. Have him face up. Make him come to which side you want him. I want him on this. I want him to be on the left eye. So then I can pet him right here because yeah, he did good. I want to do it one more time to build that foundation. And hold here if you think he's going to run off on you. If he's going to go anywhere. You see? Badger. Badger, come here. So how he's standing there like this. Badger, come here. Come here. So, then give him a little push. I didn't need to push him. And he comes right back. And see how he's not trying to run off. He's coming a little bit better back this way. But I want to be on this eye. So I get him on this side.